though. So I never really do these types of videos where I'm just like sitting and talking. Not really my steez, but I'm gonna do it today because I just feel like I should. What I have been going through is just this middle place of like, things are changing, I don't really know what's going on. Am I doing this right? I don't know. And I think a lot of people don't talk about it, and I think that can be really, it can make someone who's new in their faith, or someone who's going through a long waiting season, so discouraged because they're like, God's not saying anything. And it just reminds me of the story in the Bible when the disciples were on the boat and Jesus was sleeping. Like, he wasn't saying anything, but that doesn't mean that nothing was being done. It was like, it's already done. And that's what God tells me all the time, like the things that I'm going through and the things that I'm waiting for an answer for and for instruction and the door to open, is that it's already done, Sydney. And there will be times when I'm speaking so loudly and I'm guiding you like, hey, no, you need to do this right now. And then there are times when it's just like, just keep seeking the kingdom and just keep working with the last thing I've told you to do. And because our flesh wants to know it all, our flesh has to have everything decided and it has to be for certain in stone, it conflicts with the spiritual realm so much, because the spirit's not like that. The spirit lives in faith. Like, yes, be practical, don't live off fantasy, but also you're never gonna know it all. You're gonna have to just keep praying and just keep moving in a direction that God has called you to go in, and you have to respect God's sovereignty. You have to respect and rely on the fact that he's the Alpha and the Omega, and that he's already conquered this world. So if God doesn't want you in a certain place, trust me, he will keep bringing it to your attention like, hey, you need to move, you need to move. And sometimes he'll literally shove you, and then there are times when it's like he's not gonna say anything because there's nothing to be said at that time, and that's okay. I just wanted to talk about that because that's where I am. And some of the greatest advice my dad gave me is seek and work. You just keep working and you just keep praying. It's so simple, but I feel like it's not a simple concept when you've been in a place for a long time and nothing's happening, or you're trying to get to a place but you can't go back to the old place, but the new place isn't ready yet, so you're in this middle spot. So just keep seeking and working. Work with what the last thing that you have, and keep praying that something else comes along, and that door will open, and that he'll bring clarity, and that he will bring that miracle. So yeah, that's what I've been going through, and that's what I wanted to talk about. Always remember that literally you can do nothing apart from God. And when I mean nothing as meaning you won't bear fruit if you're not attached to God's vine. You can be attached to the world's vine and you can bear some fruit, but it's going to spoil very quickly. God's fruit won't spoil, and it'll be something that a lot of people can eat off of, not just you. And it's going to feed many people. When you bear fruit, it's going to be meant to feed so many other people. But when you're bearing fruit in God, if you're bearing fruit in the world, just know that fruit's gonna spoil, and you're gonna keep finding yourself having to attach to different things to just try to get a quick fix and get a little strawberry when you could be a whole vineyard with the Lord. So yeah, but yeah, I love you guys. God loves you more though. Bye.